2008 I created the water body. Okay, of course, 98 I gave a proposal. It took a couple of years to succeed because you can bulldoze anybody, not the administrators. Okay. And today, if you see from 2008 how it has changed, you can see. Today I have the algae, I have zooplankton, and also variety of fish and the birds, and also I have otter in the water. What else I need? Nirnai is there.
What? Otter?
Yeah.
Otter.
I don't know how it has come. It has come such in me. Okay, so that shows see, this is where you have to provide the favorable environment. So
How big is the lake?
lake is about 1.5 hectares. So okay, now you
Do
understood.
you have hornbills?
Sorry,
Do you have hornbills in Indian Institute of Hornbills?
hornbill cannot be here because the kind of the climate and food it requires is something different. Okay, from the entire time if you convert into Western Ghats, I can handle. Okay, now the next thing, why we need to have mini forest in Bangalore? Let us try to understand. Or why the trees have to be there? Do we need trees or not? Yes.
Okay. Before you move on, can you ask a few questions about the mini forest? So how many years did it take, and what was the maintenance or experience, or you just planted it and it grew on its own, and that's one?
This is typical of taking care of it. In the first 4 years, you have to worry too much. After that, they will take care. So that's exactly happened here. We were nurturing it for the first 3 or 4 years, regular watering and all those things. But one thing I told people is not to prune anything, grasses and all. No, all those tamasha of maintaining the thing. No urbanism in that. Let the weeds be there. Let these plants also be there.
So just natural.
Natural. Only other thing is we were giving water. Okay. And second thing I did was a fencing to prevent external pressure. See, of course, I don't have grazing in the campus, but still the people have the tendency to walk and pluck and all kinds of things happen. So that's where we demarcated the area. See, for me, the problem was we created the thing. Then our estate office used to come up with a building proposal. I have to push in fact, I have pushed the mathematics department. In fact, they were so agitated. I said, if you are agitated, I will sit in front of this building. Then I will not allow the one brick to come to the place. So then director took a decision not to allow that the thing. Otherwise, part of the mini forest I would have lost. So about 10 years back. Okay.
And so you said you created the water body. What do you mean? As in, there was no water. Yeah, can you just
There
explain?
are no water body. Okay, because the campus is we are on the hill actually. If you look at the campus, highest point is my main gate, IIC campus main gate. So I have taken advantage of topography. It is like this. Okay, water flows in two directions. I have just channelized those drains to this point, the low lying point. So automatically the water gets in. And today I have a wastewater treatment plant. Excess water is also letting. That way I have the benefit of all 12 months having the water. If I had depended on the rainwater, probably the 9 months or 12 months, 1 or 2 months without water. But fortunately I have the treated water, and because of that probably the otter and all is there in that place. Okay. Now how many trees are
Has this experiment been replicated anywhere else?
It is, in fact, wherever I go and speak, people take it forward.
The reason I'm asking is this kind of, especially because groundwater levels are rising when you do something like this, it is something that would be very desirable to replicate in a dryland.
I agree with you. See, for example, I have a network of 40 institutions, education institutions. Wherever people are sensible, I have tried to influence them. For example, in Vattur, KK High School is there. They have created a water pond, and also they have done the planting of the thing, seeing our model. In their campus, the groundwater in their well is about 450 feet they get the water. Whereas the surrounding area, it is 1200, 1400 feet. Look at the thing. The beauty of that is that. And also another thing you need to keep in mind is when you go so deeper, the groundwater, in such a water, natural geological strata has the heavy metal. That means we have got the water which is contaminated. That's a tragedy. If I do the recharging of the thing, the level comes up. I will not have the fluoride and other contamination. And a similar thing, if you want to go and see closer to this place, Bannerghatta National Park, next to that, Shivanhalli RK Mission is there. They have come with RK Ramakrishna Mission. There, Swamiji has created a cascaded the water bodies. At the same time, he also has done the planting of the something similar to our mini forest. From 90s, he is also doing the thing. And there also, the water is available in his campus at 600 feet, whereas Araikal, you have to go down to 1,700 feet. These are the models, and these are my friends also. Yes, sir.
So the questions, I haven't finished my question if I may. The reason I'm asking is because people, places like Anaikal for instance, are already water stressed. Okay, so now you're saying that this forest needs regular watering and care for about 4 years. And they need to draw the groundwater to water these saplings. So is the trade-off worth it?
No, madam. I'll tell you something. Every day you generate at least 150 liters to give that water for my mini forest. Job is done. I hope you understood what I said.
So is it.
That's it. Today, people treat, I don't know whether you saw today's paper. My statements have come yesterday. I addressed the apartment donors. People treat sewage. They let it into a drain. What is the use of that? They have spent on electricity and all those things. Finally gets into a drain mixed with the untreated thing. What is the great thing in that? So instead of that, if we come up with a mechanism to collect that sewage, if required, treat it further, we can supply to other places, or else use it for this kind of initiative. So if there is a will, there is no scarcity of any resource. If there is no will, there are excuses, people will give. I think we should go with the positive note, things will work.
Does this work even in rural areas?
I'll show you. I'll come to that. One by one, I'll come to that. Okay. So, yeah.
What's the smallest size of land you would need? 1 acre, 2 acres?
If you are 30 by
How
30,
many?
you can have it. If you say I won't construct, I'll have to finish all of that.
Because you would need some kind of an ecological construct for one tree to support another.
What is the land required for you to live?
When you're talking about a forest, you need more
No, no.
land. You're talking about
That's not true. What happens there happens to us also. If I can live in 30 by 30, I can also create forest in that. Probably the species I should choose selectively. Okay, that depends on that. Yes, sir.
So we have about 10 acres allocated for agroforestry. Will you be able to help us put an agroforest in our farm?
What do you mean by agroforest?
We have a farm and we grow a lot of fruits and vegetables. We also want to have forest kind of an approach.
See, I am for any arm army thing. No commercial risk. I don't join hands with any commercial agency. Because my agenda is my knowledge has to go to the society. Community has to benefit. I am not comfortable with one person getting all the benefit at the cost of others. If there is some idea required, we don't mind sharing. But certainly I don't walk into the kind of project. Okay. But that is again worth exploring because my friends in Pavagada have done that. Successful model. Agroforestry, and they have shown even in a dry area, they can grow the crop and be profitable. Okay, that is possible. So now,
Excuse me, sir. Just one question. What I think Ashish had asked. You said that you created the lake. I mean, so was it an existing lake that you created?
it is a low-lying area. I channelize the water to that.
Okay.
Okay, for my luck, there was a quarry pit. Okay, part of that is a quarry pit. I don't have to invest more.
So there's no seepage.
There is some amount of seepage. See, the seepage is a part of the life. You should accept that. If there is no seepage, you don't have water in the well. So I should not worry about that. But only thing I should make sure that I maintain the water in the lake. See, that is where I have to come up with the appropriate strategy. If there is no water, then tomorrow everybody say, "Oh, TVR model has failed." Isn't it? So, but it is not at the cost of recharge. Okay. See, that's where I don't know those who read newspaper would have seen my article on the BBMP came up with a fancy idea of lining the stormwater drain. I protested that. I said water drains are supposed to do, natural drains are supposed to do certain job of groundwater nature. Why are you depriving that? And of course, commissioners wrote to me and he said you are saving 5,000 crore to the BBMP. I said, if you want, I can give you much more thing. I can save a lot more money to the BVMP. I said, okay, that is by removing the spending goods in the system. Okay.
In fact, they're using remix cement. The slabs you have suggested. Chapri, but they are using
These are all, everybody wants to give in the system. Some people come with the fancy ideas and that. Now, I'll take you to the thing, how many trees are there in Bangalore. The estimate says that 7% one tree, and what is required is 1% requires 8 trees.